The Nazca Lines, located in the Nazca Desert of Peru, are one of the world's greatest mysteries. The lines are a series of geoglyphs and designs that have been etched into the desert floor spanning a distance of over 500 square kilometers. The lines are estimated to be around 2,000 years old and were created by the ancient people who lived in this area. The purpose for these mysterious lines is unknown, although there have been many theories proposed throughout history. Some speculate that they may be astronomical markers or connected to religious rituals, while others suggest they were made for communication purposes. Whatever their purpose was, it remains a mystery today and has generated much interest from around the world as people continue to ponder their origin and meaning. The mysterious Nazca Lines have been a source of fascination for centuries. Located in the desert of Peru, the ancient geoglyphs are believed to have been created between 500 BCE and 500 CE. Although their exact purpose remains unknown, the historical context surrounding their creation helps to shed some light on their meaning and importance. The Nazca people lived in this area of Peru from 200 BC to 700 CE. They were a pre-Incan society renowned for their sophisticated pottery, textiles, and irrigation systems. This culture was likely responsible for creating the lines that span an area of almost 500 square kilometers. There is much debate as to why they created these remarkable lines, which can only be seen from an aerial view or topped nearby hillsides, with theories ranging from ceremonial pathways used by shamans traveling between sacred places in the desert landscape to astronomical markers or symbols with religious significance honoring gods or ancestors, and even practical purposes such as marking water sources, boundaries, or trade routes that could be seen from above but not on land level. The design of each line is also noteworthy. Many feature animals such as spiders, monkeys, and hummingbirds, which are even more puzzling when you consider that these creatures are not native to this region. Additionally, there are geometric shapes such as trapezoids and rectangles, along with straight lines running parallel across vast distances, all evidence perhaps that highly advanced engineering techniques were used by a sophisticated society who understood astronomy and geometry long before modern science existed. No matter what its original purpose may have been, one thing is certain: the Nazca Lines remain incredibly impressive today despite being over 2,000 years old. Their survival through centuries has ensured that this ancient puzzle will continue to captivate us for years to come, adding one more mystery among many about our past civilizations. The Nazca Lines in Peru are a perplexing series of shapes and figures that have been etched into the desert floor. It is believed that they were created by the ancient Nazca people, making them over 2,000 years old. While their exact purpose is still unknown, it has been speculated that they may have been a representation of animals or gods used in ritualistic worship, directional markers for trade routes or crop irrigation systems, a form of communication with extraterrestrial beings from other galaxies, or an observatory for tracking celestial bodies such as stars and planets. Furthermore, it has been suggested that some of the figures may not be made up of lines at all, but rather an intricate pattern of interconnected circles, when viewed from high above, similar to crop circles found around various parts of England and Europe today. The mystery behind these ancient drawings continues to captivate scientists worldwide as we continue to search for answers about their origin and purpose. The Nazca Lines are one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. Located in Peru's Nazca Desert, they are a series of ancient geoglyphs, designs, or motifs created on the ground by removing rocks and soil to reveal a differently colored earth beneath. The lines stretch for miles and depict animals, plants, and other shapes such as geometric patterns. How were these mysterious lines constructed? Archaeologists believe that the lines were constructed by the Nazcan people between 500 BC and 500 AD. They used simple tools like sticks, stones, and rope to measure out distances for each line before removing topsoil to reveal lighter soil below, creating contrasting colors that can still be seen today. The exact process of construction is unknown, but theories suggest that the Nazcans created small mounds or markers along their planned pathways and used them as guides while adding material along each line's length. They may have also used stringing, a process where thin ropes are laid down along a path to create straight lines, as well as manpower for larger works such as animal figures, which could have involved hundreds of people working together over many days or weeks. It is speculated that some figures may have been made by simply piling up stones in specific shapes, while other more intricate figures may have been made with wooden frames filled with smaller stones placed alongside them in order to outline their shapes precisely when seen from above. It has also been suggested that some figures may have been drawn freehand due to their complex designs, which would be difficult, if not impossible, to accomplish using frames or mounds alone. Despite its unanswered questions, it is clear from its impressive size and scale that these ancient works must have taken an immense amount of planning and effort from those who built it, leaving us with an enduring mystery regarding these immense geoglyphs scattered across Peru's desert landscape. The Nazca Lines in the Peruvian desert are one of the greatest mysteries of mankind. How were these giant geoglyphs created and why? No one knows for sure, but there are several possible explanations. Some lines appear to form shapes such as birds, animals, and human figures which could represent gods from their mythology. It's also possible that some lines were used for ceremonial processions where people would walk along them during festivals and rituals held at key times during the year, such as solstices and equinoxes, when important constellations rose above the horizon line in particular directions from Nazca City itself, thus forming a kind of pilgrimage route across the desert landscape, which was visible only from an aerial perspective due to its enormity on land, where it's almost impossible to see all its details properly even with modern technology today. Another suggestion is that these lines were meant simply as an artistic expression of their culture, something like modern graffiti art depicting images which would be seen best from high above ground level, like many murals seen around cities now. Whatever their true purpose may be, though, remains largely unknown despite centuries-old speculation about their origin. It is possible that advanced engineering techniques were used by a sophisticated society who understood astronomy and geometry long before modern science existed. No matter what its original purpose may have been, one thing is certain: the Nazca lines remain incredibly impressive today despite being over 2,000 years old. Their survival through centuries has ensured that this ancient puzzle will continue to captivate us for years to come, adding one more mystery among many about our past civilizations.